Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sheila and today I'm going to be showing you how to make my Coco Chanel inspired crochet shirts. You can see the stitch. I think it's called a houndstooth stitch. So these shirts are very easy to achieve. I'm going to be taking you through step by step of how to make these shirts well fitted according to your size. The other thing is I'll be showing you how to make a matching top for these shirts. This is the top. It's a halter top, same print as the shirt, and it's a back. It's an open back with a crisscross at the back. This is how it looks like. So you can see that one side white is dominant and the other side black is dominant. So I wanted to use this as my right side because I wanted black to be dominant here. Then where white is dominant is the wrong side of my work. That's how I prefer it, but if you prefer this look, then it's okay. You can always change it and put it the way you want it to be. So same applies to the shirt. There's the black side dominant, then on the inside the white is dominant. So you can decide to actually change. Any side is okay as long as you keep it neat. You can wear it both ways. You can see that. You can wear it either like this or like the way I had shown you. So for this side white is dominant and this side the dark color is dominant. That's the black. So you can do whichever is okay for you. So when you do this, that means you also change the top so that it's not like this. You change it to this side. You flip it to the white side that's dominant so that it can match the shirt. So you can see that. I don't know, whichever you prefer is okay. So let's go ahead and I show you how to make the shirts. This is what we are going to start with, and then later on I'll be showing you how to make the top. For this tutorial you'll need a 5mm crochet hook. That's an edge hook. And for the yarn I'm going to use is this is Robin 100% acrylic, and I'll be doubling my strand. Most people ask me why I do that, but let me illustrate something for you. This is the Robin yarn I'm going to use. If I use something like this and I use a 5mm crochet hook, that will be very big for this yarn and I'm going to have spaces. Literally, this is not the right size of yarn for this hook. So that's why I go ahead and double my yarn, just to make it a little bit thicker or to achieve a medium weight yarn, because my yarn is really too small. So that's why I double it. So I'll need color black and color white. We are going to use the same exact colors as I used for this shirt. And then you'll need a pair of scissors and a measuring tape. I don't know where mine is. Here it is. This is my measuring tape, my pair of scissors and yarn, and a 5mm crochet hook. So let's get started. So first you're going to get your measuring tape and make a measurement around your hips. So mine is always 39.5 to 40. This is my measurement, 39.5 to 40. So get that measurement and you're going to make a chain that can stretch to this measurement, this exact measurement of 39, whatever you've got. It may be 40, it may be 50, whatever it is. Because the main reason why we do this is because the shirts at the end of the day have to pass through our hips. So that should be the widest part of your shirt. It should be the widest measurement of your shirt because it can't pass up. The only passage for it is through the legs. So if it can't pass through your hips, don't expect to wear that shirt. You will have to make another one. So make a chain that's long enough to get to this measurement that you've got around your hip, the widest part of your hips. That's what we are going to do. So I'm going to start off with the darker color, that's black. I'm going to just be making a demo here because the stitch is really very slow when it comes to building up, so we may take so long if I make according to the long measurements. So I'm going to make a sample of 21 stitches. So this is 4 chains, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So I decided to make it 40 stitches long. So let me get that measurement. I'm assuming this is the total length around my hips because this is just a demo. This can stretch up to around 12 inches. Yes. So make sure this can stretch to the measurement that you got at the widest part of your hips. So once you achieve, these are 40 stitches, it should be an odd number. So I'm going to do one more stitch to make it 41. It should be an odd number, not that. Then I'm going to make sure my chain is not twisted, and I'm going to go and slip stitch in the very first chain to make a ring like that. So this chain should comfortably pass through your hips. Now when you make the slip stitch, you're going to chain 1. We're going to start with a single crochet. This stitch is an alternation between single and double crochet. So single crochet in that very stitch, that's 1, and then double crochet in the next. Single crochet, double crochet. So go all the way around, alternating between single crochet and double crochet. Single, double, single, double, single, double. So go all the way around the ring, because now we have a ring. We are no longer working in rows, we are working in rounds. So single and double, single and double. all the way around the chain. Make sure you don't miss any chain. You have to work in all of them. So I'm almost coming to the end, and I'm ending my row with a double crochet. Whatever you do, if you counted wrongly, just make sure you end with a double, because we started with a single. So you're going to go ahead and slip stitch in the single crochet. Sorry, this is a very dark color, but I hope you bear with me. You're going to slip stitch here in that single crochet. Sorry, in the very first single crochet, slip stitch there, and then you're going to chain one and pull up this loop. The other reason why I'm doing this tutorial is to teach some people how to swap colors without getting so many loose ends to weave in at the end. So make that big loop, grab the yarn that you're using and pass it through like this, like that. Then you're going to pull this, carefully pull this so that it makes a knot, like that. So remember, we've slip stitched in the first single crochet. That means the place where we've done the slip stitch, that's where we are starting our second row, but with a double crochet, because every single crochet is going to get a double crochet. So we're going to start our second row from this point, but placing a double crochet since it was a single crochet. I hope I'm clear. Let me first get rid of this strand at the beginning because it may confuse you. Yes, so this is what we have for now. Now I'm going to grab my second color, make a slip knot. Now we are going to turn every other row. That means if I came like this, the other row is going to come like in the opposite direction. So since this is where I placed my slip stitch, that's where I'm going to attach my white yarn, like this. Attach. Just leave this hanging. We're not using it for now. We are done with the black row. So now we have attached white. You're going to chain one and then double crochet in that very single crochet. Double crochet there, then single crochet in the double crochet, double crochet in the single crochet. So every single crochet will get a double crochet, and every double crochet below will get a single crochet. So this tutorial is entirely measurement based. Anyone can do it for any size. That's how I prefer to give my tutorials, because sometimes you be specific, but we all have different body types. I may say I'm small and someone else says I'm medium and another person says I'm fat. So that's where the challenge comes in. So this is totally measurement based. Once you get your hip measurement, that's where you're going to start from. So keep on working one single crochet in each double crochet below and 1 double crochet in each single crochet below. So the single crochets are the shorter stitches. You can see this is a longer stitch, so it will get a single crochet since it's a double. Then this is the shorter stitch, and it will get a double since it's a single. Okay, so you can see the very last stitch we are going to place a single crochet since it was a double crochet, and then the fact that we started with a double, that means I'm on the right track because it's single then double. Then I'm going to slip stitch in this last stitch, the very first stitch of the row, which was a double. You're going to slip stitch there, then you're going to chain 1 so that we can pull through the ball of yarn. So bring your ball of yarn, pass it through, and then carefully pull this strand and then make a knot. So that's how we end this. So we are going to row 3, and for row 3 I'm going to leave the white here, and then I work with black now. So this is where we are. We've ended with a slip stitch in a double crochet. That means this double crochet will get a single crochet in the next row. So turn your work, since we turn our work every other row. You can see this black strand. Put your hook through this hole like that, and then pull through this, and then you're going to chain 1. This chain 1 does not count as a stitch. It's just to attach our yarn to the next row. Now I'm going to chain 1 that builds up the strand, that builds up the row, and then make a single crochet since this was a double crochet. So make a single crochet like that, then double crochet in the next, single crochet, double crochet. So keep alternating. We're going to keep doing this for some good rows. So once you get to this row, you start noticing the stitches clearer, because this long stitch is a double and then the shorter one is a single. So you know where to place the doubles and the singles. So the short stitch gets a double and then the long stitch gets a single. So keep working all the way around. So we're almost coming to the end of this row. So we are ending with a double crochet, because this is a single crochet here. We're ending with a double crochet and then slip stitch on top of the single crochet at the beginning of the row, slip stitch, then chain 1, pull up this loop, and then grab the yarn and pass it through here. Be careful so that you don't mess it up. Then carefully pull this strand and make a knot. So I'm going back to white. I'm going to show you this one more time, and then I think you'll be ready to pick it up from there. So we're done with black, so we are going to work in the opposite direction. So we are going to turn our work. Since we slip stitched in a single crochet, that means we are going to start with a double crochet in this same stitch where the slip stitch is. So you're going to grab your white yarn and then put your hook through the stitch where we have the slip stitch from the previous row, then pull through the white, then make a small chain, then you're going to chain one and then double crochet in that very stitch since it was single crochet. So after that you're going to neglect the black and then single crochet in the next double crochet, because this was a double, then single, then double, then single, double, single. So by now you should be knowing where to place the double crochet and the single crochet. This is how our work looks like. Both sides are beautiful because we keep turning every other row, so we don't have a wrong side and we don't have the right side. Everything is also almost going to look the same, just that it's going to be different because of the dominant color, but both sides are going to be as pretty as we want them to be. So this way of joining the new color helps us not to have extra work at the end of the project. Tying knots, weaving in so many strands, which gets annoying sometimes. So right now you may not even be talking of double and single. You'll just know that this is a long stitch, it will get a single. This is a short stitch, it will get a double. So single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, single, double, single, double, and then single in the very last stitch. The only way to know that your stitch count is right is when you started with the opposite, like you end with a single and you started with a double. That's when you know that you're doing everything right. So we started with a double here, so we've ended with a single. That means my work is correct. So you're going to slip stitch, chain one, pull that loop to be long, grab your ball of yarn and pass it through this loop and then put it aside. So that's what we are going to basically do for each and every row. The only strand we shall have at the end is this one, because for this we were attaching the white. So I've already cut the black one for the starting row, but other than that, these are all always going to be within and they won't even show. So this is our seam line. This shirt is worked from the waistline down to the legs. So you're going to go ahead and make a total of around I did a total of 25 rows before splitting the legs, 24 rows I think, before splitting the legs. So go ahead and do the number of rows required. I think 24 rows is okay for small to medium, then around 27 to 28 rows for a large, and then around maybe 30 to 32 rows for an XL. But all this is basing on your stitching and your elasticity of the yarn that you're using. Don't make it too long because we don't want this fly to go overboard, to go into your rib cage. We want it to stop at the waistline. So I did a total of 24, so you can go ahead and do 24, and then the splitting of the legs will be the one to determine how high-waisted your shirts are. I think I prefer that for the bigger sizes. You do a total of 24 and then you split the legs to fit your exact measurement where you're comfortable. So this is my sample. You can see it's still pretty. I can go ahead and maybe make an off-shoulder top out of this. This is my sample. So I'm going to get back to you when I have my 24 rows, and then I'll show you what to do with that. Alright, so right now I've come to the end of my 24th row. I've done a total of 24 rows, and let me measure that and I'll let you know how many inches I have. I have about 8 inches when not stretched, but when stretched it's around 9 inches. So you can see that. So after my 24th row, I'll make a slip stitch into the very first stitch. So I'm slip stitching into the double crochet here. That means my next row will begin with a single crochet. So let me end this row. And now for the 25th row, that's where we're going to split the legs. So you can see the seam line is neat. This is our seam line because this is the front of our work. So when you get here, you're going to swap colors. Remember, we work in the opposite direction of the previous row. That means you're going to place your hook into this stitch where you place the slip stitch of the previous row, and then make a slip knot, make it tight, and then now you're going to count to the exact middle of your work. I started with a chain of 121, so I'll mark my 61st stitch. That's where I'm going to be attaching this string that I'm going to make in the middle. So let me go ahead and count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So my 61st stitch is here. So you're going to mark that stitch. This is what I've done to it. I've kind of pulled it out so that I don't forget it. So you're going to make a chain. From here, you're going to just make a chain of 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. This is for size small to medium. Then for the larger sizes, you'll make a chain of 20. And then you bring it to this stitch that you marked, like this, and make a slip knot there, a slip stitch. Pull, and then chain 1 and tighten. So at this point, we've split the legs. So I made a chain of 16, attached it to the stitch that I marked on the other side. So we're going to start working. Choose the side that you want to start with. I'll choose this side because I'll be working on the opposite side of the previous row. You can see the stitches are facing this side, so that means I'm going this side. So I've slip stitched in a double crochet. That means I'll do a chain 1 and then single crochet, double crochet in the next, single crochet, double crochet. So that's what we are going to do all the way around. Single crochet, double crochet. So the alternating of these 2 stitches creates that hound mouth stitch. I think that's what it's called. Houndstooth stitch. So continue. So every double crochet gets a single crochet, and every single crochet gets a double crochet. So we are almost reaching the middle string that we created. Work up to that stitch where you attached the middle string. So I'm going to double crochet in this one, and now I'm at that stitch where we attached the string. So I'm going to do a single crochet in it so that we don't create holes in the middle. So make a single crochet. Then now we are going to be working on this string that we created. Make sure it's not twisted and go back on it. So since we've done a single crochet, you're going to make a double crochet in the very first stitch. You're going to make a double crochet in the very first chain, then single crochet in the next. Just make sure the chain is not twisted and you can see all your stitches well. Single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet. So keep alternating between the two stitches. Single crochet, double crochet. I'm sorry it's black, but you should see all your stitches. I didn't want the white to be in the exact middle of my shirts, so that's why I opted for black. So you're going to keep working single crochet, double crochet. 1, so cross check to see if the stitches are 16. I'll cross check mine and I see if the stitches are 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They're 15, and then I have to have a 16th somewhere, but I can't find it. But since this was a single crochet and this is a double crochet, I'm going to just go into that stitch and make a slip stitch. Then you will start working on this side with the white and then the black. But since for this case the white was left behind, I will go ahead and attach another white, and I continue to work on only one leg, alternating between single crochet and double crochet. Let me get my white and I do that. Then what you do on this side is exactly what you're going to do on this side. So I'm getting my white and attaching it to where I left off with black, but in the opposite direction. So the previous row I worked while moving to which direction? This direction, I think, like this. So now I'm going to go back. So I'll attach my yarn in this same spot. And this was a single crochet. We left off with a slip stitch in a single crochet. So I'll chain one and make a double crochet in that very stitch. And then a single crochet in the next double crochet. Double crochet in the single crochet in the double crochet, and keep alternating that. So I wanted to show you how to attach your yarn in case you had to break it. You attach your yarn in the stitch where you did the slip stitch and pick it up from there. So you're going to go all the way around with white, swap to black, like the way I showed you how to swap, and then go back to white and do the number of rows that you want to do. If you want the shirts very short, you can do less number of rows. If you want them a bit long, you can increase the number of rows. I think I'll be doing around 5 to 10 rows because I want my romper to be quite decent, a bit decent. So I'll let you know how many rows I'll have done at the end of all this. Okay, so I went ahead to do a total of around 10 rows on each side. I did 10 rows on this side and 10 rows on this side. I attached my yarn on the other side and also started working around. A total of 10 rows, and this is what I came up with. This is how the middle section looks like. Then I went ahead to do, okay, for the base I made sure I ended with a black row, because that's what we started with. That means the waistband is black, and then also the base of the shorts is black. Now I went ahead to do a string of around 200 chains. This string helps us to adjust the waist area like this to fit us very well and comfortably, and to also emphasize the waist area. This was around 200 chains, and I put it through every other cluster of tutu stitches in the black row, the very first row. That's where I put this string. That's why when I pull it like this, it's gathering that first row. And then the work has two sides, so you can choose any side that makes you happy and use that as your major side, but I really feel like both sides are really pretty and they are both neat, so I can wear it anywhere I want. If I want to be more white, I can wear it like this, but if I want to be more of black, I can wear it on this side. So yeah, this is basically it. I hope you enjoyed your video. I can't wait to see your versions of these Coco Chanel inspired shirts and to see your color choices. I can't wait to get the feedback about these shirts, because they were really exciting to do. I know they take a lot of time, but just be patient with it. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe to my channel to find out what new things I have for you, and click on the notification bell to be notified whenever I post a new video. Thanks for watching. Bye. Look out for the next video, which will be the one for the halter top, and we shall have a full set of our Coco Chanel inspired outfits. Thanks for watching. Bye.